aloha, and welcome. Thank you for being here. I am Kapualani, and this is your timeless reading. It's a general reading, so as always, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I appreciate you being here. And before we actually dive into the cards, as I often or always do, I'm going to open up the space, cleanse the space with my tuning fork here. So I'm going to chime the tuning fork 3 times, giving us an opportunity to connect to our breath, any goals or intentions we may have as we're inhaling. And as you exhale, releasing anything and everything that is not in service with your highest, greatest good. Maybe even taking a moment to give thanks, gratitude, and appreciation to our higher selves, ancestors and ancient lineages, Mother Earth, Gaia, Father Sky, God, Source, Creator, Spirit, Light, your higher power. So connecting to that breath, breathing deeply in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. All right, so thank you again for being here. If you're new, just so you know, I do these weekly timeless readings, and there will be a part 2 to this if these messages should speak to you. So I thank you again for being here. And to my longtime subscribers, I appreciate you and thank you. Right away, we're getting Emperor energy. So we're taking control of our situation or circumstances. There may be certain elements that require focus and attention, a bit of strategizing as well. The Emperor concerns himself with the status quo, and as well as the bigger picture, longevity, long term. There's something also about protection, so protecting the status quo, the day to day, making sure that if something does upset that balance, we're going to make it right. We're going to take those steps, and we're coming from a place of confidence. Aries energy is showing up here with the Emperor. So if you're Aries, hey, holla, what's up? If you have Aries in your chart, if there's a significant Aries around you, that could be, something as well. Maybe there was something that transpired during Aries season. So what is this message from the Emperor here? So as we're opening up to this space with the Emperor, there could be actually, I'm hearing things dealing with either legal matters, documentation, enforcement of something, the rules. Maybe you have goals that you're setting and you're just needing to stay on top of it. You're needing to be a bit more strict is what I'm getting with yourself in sort of setting boundaries for yourself and enforcing them. Look at that, a little bit of a validation, I feel. We've got the 6 of Pentacles and we've got this Judgment card. So this Judgment card is that sign of revelation. I don't want to skip past the 6 of Pentacles though. Whatever it is that you're focusing on, like I said, if you have certain goals, the Emperor is showing up right now to remind you that, we want to take charge. That Aries energy of fire and the strategic nature of things, of make a plan. Or if you already have a plan, if you're already aware of your goals, take those, inspired aligned actions. Don't hold back, because 6 of coins, there will be long-term results that you'll see. Okay, it's just around the corner, because the 6 of Pentacles is following the Emperor. So be aware that whatever actions you take now, right, because you've seen this throughout your life, the ripple effect, right? There will be a long-term result. In the end, you will see results. In the end, there will be, and I hate to use this word, but like consequences, right? And they could be positive consequences. They could be, I know consequences are more like the price you pay for something, right? But there's going to be a balance and, in fact, judgment. So there could be something, maybe even a significant decision that you're having to make, or things that you're weighing out right now. And there's going to be a judgment call on it. I don't know why we're heading in that direction, but I feel that. So there's something going on here with paying attention to your actions in the here and now, not being short-sighted about something, but thinking about the bigger picture, because whatever it is that you're focusing on right now, the actions that you're taking, the mindset that you have, that sort of thing, this is, I don't know why, but I'm hearing like it's a pivotal time right now to really stay locked into those goals and those frequencies and that sense of self-confidence. All right, there's balance also that's being called for when we've got the Six of Pentacles. So whether you're on the giving end, the receiving end, maybe a little bit of both in terms of managing your own resources, your own time, your own energy levels. This is something that's going to be physically impacting you, whether it's your health, whether it's again your money, or even like the give and a take exchange, that through action. And like, I know this is physical with the pentacles, but between yourself and another, where if you're loaning money or if you are borrowing money or whatever, it could just be, borrowing a cup of sugar, something along those lines, something about that. In the end, I don't know why, but there's going to be some form of a realization, a revelation when we see this judgment card. And it may even be something, whatever it is that you're looking for. I'm hearing the word reinvigoration. So see where that takes you. But judgment, what is this going to be judgment on? Where is that judgment card guiding us, directing us? The Empress. Wow. Okay, so we got the Emperor and the Empress here. Very interesting. We've got the masculine and feminine energies for the Empire showing up. And so this is about really taking you into a space of fulfillment in all the ways, right? Because the Empress is like, what is it? Abundance, prosperity, is a magnetic being. Okay, Taurus energy with the Empress. And let me see here with judgment, I believe, and you can check me on this, put it in the comments if you're confident, for sure, if you've done your own research and you want to put a little note in there, but I believe judgment is because I've done my work, and I'm like, it goes with like Scorpio, and then in some instances I've seen like Leo and Libra. So I don't want to dig too much into that stuff. Let's stay focused on the Empress here with that practicality. All right, and realizing that you are the source of your creation, right, of the co-creations. So let me see what else here. What is this other message with judgment, the Empress, putting you in a position of feeling good about yourself, your life, and what you've managed to co-create and manifest, being in charge of your own destiny and reality, the Wheel of Fortune. These are some really nice cards, guys. Things turning in your favor. Fortune is going to be working on your behalf. We've got the fixed signs here with Leo, as I mentioned, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. All right, so just kind of as a nod to those signs, if and where it's felt like things have been stuck, you're going to be seeing some movement. If and where these two cards kind of popped out here, Nine of Cups, Two of Wands. Tuning in, sorry guys. Okay, so there's going to be some, something's coming together. Something is coming together. For some, like for example, if you're single and you've been holding space for relationship, connection, love, this could be a really good sign that there is someone coming through. There is like the person that you've been manifesting, the situation, even if it's work related, there's someone coming through. Okay, when I'm looking at this, I feel like there's going to be a feeling of completion and wholeness that you're stepping into as well by you sort of doing what you've been doing. Maybe you have been working towards something. Maybe you have been self-disciplined about your goals and the steps that you're taking to make something happen, whether it's saving money, getting in shape, working toward building your business. This is all leading up to some positive stuff here. Okay, we're going to be in the earlier phases of certain cycles or beginnings, I should say, because of the Two of Wands, but it's definitely a nice sign that you're going to be feeling very good about your circumstances. All right, I feel like this is these energies here. I don't know why, but I'm getting like they're very self-fulfilling. Um, so keep your manifestations high. I don't know why. I just felt like inclined to say that. But there's going to be a joining of forces, is what I'm hearing. So, I get this. It all starts from the inside out with your own masculine and feminine aspects, feeling a sense of wholeness and unification again from the inside out, so that things just start moving in the desired direction, a direction that's going to make you very happy, that you're going to feel like, okay, I can just sit back and breathe, and I can be excited about the future with the Two of Wands, worlds in the palm of your hands. And so it's about focusing on those more short-term steps. Something definitely, there is something significant that is being, this turning point that's happening right now. And I feel like there's gonna definitely be feelings of revitalization. There's going to be feelings like, okay, I'm finally seeing some progress. I finally feel like things are coming together, even though, on the surface value, or rather I should say in the practical sense, in the mundane sense, it may not be like these big, huge, significant shifts. There could be, but my point is, you're going to be feeling better. You're going to be feeling a lot more secure with yourself, your circumstances, with your trajectory, and where things are heading. And I get the sense also, again, I'm hearing it turning point, to where if you feel like, okay, so part of what I'm getting, this protection aspect of the Emperor, if there have been moments, rather, where you've had to stay just very self-disciplined on top of things, whether again it's about money, whatever the case may be, things are going to be shifting. You're going to start to feel a little bit more grounded, a lot more confident and secure of yourself. You're going to be in a better position to focus on the practical things and to be more present to the moment, is part of what I'm getting as well. There's a feeling again of self-satisfaction, if I hadn't already said that. Use that phrase or those words, self-satisfaction. I feel like there's also, hold on one second, they're having me, there's going to be some pleasant exchanges happening as well. You could, cross paths with some new people. um when I say that, I feel I'm getting pleasant exchanges. Okay. Especially if you have been really keeping to yourself, or if you've been a bit too busy to socialize, like, lately, recently, that's gonna shift. Now, that's not saying that you have to go out and meet people. No, this is like literally small things. Like when you're going to the store, you'll feel like your energy is gonna feel a lot more open and a bit more welcoming, of just kind of hi, saying hello to strangers. Like, you know what I mean? When you're going to the grocery store, it's a little bit more casual and less like, okay, I just want to get in and get out. So there's less tension. There's a lot more of a feeling of being at ease. And I feel like I'm hearing the word abundance, and I'm hearing it again with fulfillment and things being fulfilling. All right, and so what I want to add, before we pivot, because I'm going to be pulling our animal spirit cards here, is just to make a quick mention for those who are new. If these messages have resonated with you, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, please. And for those, again, long-term subscribers, thank you so much for, being here with me, being present. It definitely helps the channel to grow. But more than anything, when you do subscribe, it helps me to connect a bit more clearly to your energy for these general readings. And so check out Kapualani.com to schedule your session, or Kapualani.com/extensions for part 2 to this video, or any of the other videos that I share. So in the part 2, I will be reading from the Animal Spirit book. In our part 1 here, I'm going to just give my downloads for the animal spirits. We're also going to be doing some angel answers, yes, no questions with the angel oracles. And I'm also going to be pulling from my romance angel deck for those interested. And as I always say, it doesn't have to be romantically inclined or related. It can just be whatever you're passionate about. And just always take the messages as it makes sense and resonates with you. Leave the rest behind. All right, so let's see what animal spirit is speaking to us today. Thank you. Okay. Yep, otter. Ooh, a little bit of shuffling things around here. But we've got otter energy. Okay, so otter is playfulness for sure. Otter spirit, I don't know. I'm so attuned to the playfulness with otter here. And also, I don't know why there's like child. Yeah, I already said playfulness. I'm thinking of how otter collect stones. They have like a rock that they like to keep with them, and even like how they sleep, they kind of wrap themselves, they wrap kelp around themselves, or they wrap themselves up in kelp so that they don't go drifting off. So I don't know, there's something here about just lightening things up, again, being playful, taking it easy, maybe feelings with the empress here of like fertility, for example. And I feel also getting moving, movement. I feel, I don't know, forgive me for just being stuck on this one, but playfulness. So remember how I said I feel things lightening up? Yeah. I relate sometimes with the otter energies as I was gonna say like puppies, you know what I mean? And so that's where it's like the spirit of just being childlike. And I'm getting inquisitive, being curious. This is just a line. Please forgive me. I'm going to get more attuned to otter medicine. But I'm just really present to having fun, being in the heart, being carefree. There are these energies also that I'm seeing or picking up on with self expression, the throat chakra, and also the solar plexus for some reason. And so, obviously, between that is the heart. So, there's some work right now that's happening. And I see that with the otter energy, with that heart energy, innocence and curiosity. I also get flow and movement. So I'm going to tune in before we close up space here and just see if there's any other messages. I'm going to look at my bottom card here just for like maybe just to close things out for part 1 before we go into part 2. Oh my goodness, look at that Ace of Cups. Yeah, so there's some heart opening energy happening for sure. For sure. So connect to your heart, lead from the heart. Let this be a time of healing and not just new beginnings, but I'm hearing it again when I vibe on the otters, curiosity. There may be some significance with connecting to water, connecting to your emotions, and feeling like you're in a good space to have a new start. Ace of Cups, new beginnings, right? New perspective, clean slate, maybe doing a bath, getting in the water. There's something with water that's coming through here for sure. And possible travel. Okay, so I hope again that this time, or I didn't say this, but I hope that this time together has been beneficial and that these messages have been supportive to you and for you. Again, I invite you to join me in part 2 if these messages have spoken to you, or if you'd like to schedule a session of your own at kapualani.com. I'll leave the link to part 2 in the description box below and in the comments. But otherwise, I will see you in part 2. Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to put that little otter spirit here. Sorry about that, guys. Fidgeting with the cards before I let you go. I just can't let you go. That's what it is. But anyway, at any rate, thank you so much for being here. Take care. See you in part 2.